So what does that also tell us right now? Because we've seen the reforms coming in from this administration. Where does that leave the productive base and the manufacturing base, especially with the central bank lifting FX restrictions right now? That if you have $10,000, you can actually withdraw up to $10,000 from your bank. If you even have more than that, um, you can um, you can deposit now. Where does it leave the central bank in terms of course, the CBN will not manufacture dollars because that's not even our currency. Where does it leave them as the apex bank? Because I also asked that question last week. Do you think that also addresses the supply of dollars, bearing in mind that companies are also going to begin to adjust and individuals too would also begin to adjust?
Yeah, I mean, that's the remarkable thing about economics. I mean, I'm not really happy being an economist, but sometimes economic forces work on that. So what can we, we need to export things from this country. And what's really damaged our balance of payments and the currency in the last few years is actually the collapse in oil production. In fact, we had the worst of all possible worlds because we had the invasion of Ukraine, so we had high oil prices and low production of oil subsidy. And that was a disaster for the country, and that's one of the reasons we have such a wide spread between the official rate or the old official rate and the parallel rate. But what can we export? Well, we can export hydrocarbons, and it's we've said very clearly, and the government has come out and said it in fact too, that actually almost their #1 priority is get the hydrocarbon production back up. I mean, it fell as low as 1.0. So you think about, to allow it to go, I mean, 2014, 2015, it was about 1.7 million barrels a day. It was as high as over 2 million barrels a day when I arrived in the country. And we allowed it to drop to 1.0. We had a oil subsidy for over 600,000 barrels a day. It's not a big surprise that we have a financial crisis in that circumstance. So #1 policy to improve our balance of payments is hydrocarbon production, right?